Dear students, I am Dr. Ashok Kumar Saini, Associate Professor in Mathematics, BLJS in BLJS College Tosham. Today I will deliver lecture on number theory and trigonometry for the class BA BSc 1 semester 2nd. I will cover the topic inverse hyperbolic, inverse circular and inverse hyperbolic functions. In this lecture I will cover this topic. Inverse circular function of a real variable. First of all, I will define inverse circular function of a real variable. If we take equation sin theta equal to x, what we mean by this? This means that theta is an angle whose sine is x. This stands for this. Sin theta equal to x stands for and theta is an angle whose sine is x. This statement can also be written in the inverse way by writing x theta equal to sine inverse x, theta equal to sine inverse x, and is read as theta is equal to sine inverse x. Thus the symbol sine inverse x is defined as an angle whose sine is x. Thus the symbol sine inverse x is defined as an angle whose sine is x. Now if sin theta equal to x, theta equal to sine inverse x, putting the value of theta in 1, this equation number 1, and that of x in seconds respectively, we get sine of sine inverse x is equal to x and theta equal to sine inverse sine theta. From 3 and 4, it follows that sine and sine inverse are two inverse operations which cancel each other. Similarly, cos inverse x, tangent inverse x, cot inverse x, secant inverse x and cosecant inverse x are defined as the inverse of cos x, tangent x, cot x, secant x and cosecant x respectively. Journal values and principal value. Principal value, the value of inverse trigonometric function which is least in magnitude, सबसे कम हो मैग्नीट्यूड में, आउट ऑफ ऑल द पॉसिबल वैल्यूज़, जितनी भी पॉसिबल वैल्यूज़ हैं उनमें सबसे कम होगा जो वैल्यू, उसको हम प्रिंसिपल वैल्यू कहते हैं. जो मेन जिस पे बेस्ड है, मेन द वैल्यू ऑफ इनवर्स ट्रिग्नोमेट्रिक फंक्शन विच इज़ लिस्ट इन मैग्नीट्यूड out of all the possible values is called principal value. Thus the values of sin inverse x, cos inverse x, tangent inverse x, cot inverse x, secant inverse x and cosecant inverse x which are listed in magnitude are called their respective principal values. For example, consider the equation tan theta equal to under root 3. Now tangent theta equal to under root 3. Under root 3 is the value of tangent pi by 3. Therefore theta equal to n pi. We can add n pi to this because period of tangent theta is pi. We can add n pi to this plus pi by 3, where n is 0 or positive or negative integer. So theta is equal to tan inverse under root 3, and this can be putting n value of n equal to 0, 1, 2, 3, minus 1, minus 2, minus 3. So this value comes out to be pi by 3, pi plus pi by 3, 2 pi plus pi by 3, and so on. Evidently, we have observed that tan inverse under root 3 is a multi-valued function. This is a multi-valued function. The value which is least in magnitude, that is lies between minus pi by 2 and pi by 2, is called the principal value. वो वैल्यू जो -90 से +90, माइनस पाई बाई 2 प्लस पाई बाई 2 के बीच में लाई करती हैं, उन वैल्यूज़ को हम प्रिंसिपल वैल्यू ऑफ tan इनवर्स अंडर रूट 3 कहते हैं. Thus the principal value of tan inverse under root 3 is pi by 3. Pi by 3. Journal values. If we take all possible values of theta whose sign is x, then all such values are called journal values of theta, which is sin inverse x. If theta is a least positive or negative angle whose sign is x, then journal value of sin inverse x is n pi plus minus 1 की power n theta, and that of cos inverse x equal to n pi plus minus theta. The following table gives the principal value of the 6 inverse circular functions. Principal values. Functions principal value y equal to sin inverse x. Range, when principal value range is, there is domain and range. Domain is x lies between -1 to 1, and range of this comes out to be when x lies between -1 to 1. Range comes out for sin inverse x minus pi by 2 to pi by 2, minus pi by 2 less than equal to y less than equal to pi by 2, y equal to cos inverse x domain -1 to x lies -1 to 1, and y lies between 0 and pi. Y equal to tan inverse x. Range, domain is x running from -infinity to +infinity, and range is minus pi by 2 to plus pi by 2. Tangent inverse x. Y equal to cot inverse x. Domain is x lies between -infinity to +infinity, and range is 0 less than y less than pi. Y equal to secant inverse x. Zero less than equal to y less than pi by 2, and y lies between pi by 2 and pi. When x lies between 1 to infinity, y lies between 0 to pi by 2. When x lies in -infinity to -1, y lies between pi by 2 less than y less than pi. So putting when y equal to cosecant inverse x, when x lies between minus infinity to minus 1, y becomes less minus pi by 2 less than equal to y less than 0. When x lies between 1 less than equal to x less than infinity, 0 less than y less than equal to pi by 2. Notations. We choose to write the journal value of the inverse